Right, some more scales. 2 scales this time, major and minor pentatonic scales. Now, let's just look at the word pentatonic for a minute. Pent means 5, tonic, notes. So 5-note scales, they're both 5-note scales, and one's major and one's minor. I haven't really talked about major and minor, and I still don't intend to at this point. I will just tell you which one is which. So the major pentatonic scale on C goes like this. So we go C, D, E, then we skip F, and we do G and A. C, D, E, G, A, and then carry on up to C, D, E, G, A. So the only white notes that you're not doing are F and B. If you've ever worked in a primary school or been to a primary school, you may have heard a very familiar sound when the music teacher takes all the Fs and all the Bs off the tuned percussion instruments, and it all sounds nice. So you can pretty much play all those notes and they sound good together. The pentatonic scale is the basis for lots of different cultural music, so Scottish music, Irish music, and Oriental music. All has its basis in pentatonic music. Now, the minor pentatonic scale is very similar, but there's one difference. The E is changed to an E flat. So it's C, D, E flat, G, and A. Okay. Now, both those scales can be used to play the blues, to give us a bit more of a palette from which to choose when we're improvising. Now, there's a slight difference between them. The minor pentatonic can be used over any of the chords. The major pentatonic can only be used over the chord of C. The reason for this is this E clashes very nastily with some of the other chords. So if you're playing the chord of F, F with a 7th in it, which has got the E flat in it, so you'll play this with your left hand, and you play an E with your right hand. Doesn't sound very good. Okay. Whereas, of course, sounds fine. You can get away with the E when you're playing the chord of C9. Okay. But not with the F. Ugh. And not with the G either. Ugh. Right. We want just... So you have to make a choice when it comes to this. If you want no choice at all, if you want to not get any wrong notes, then stick to the minor pentatonic and the blues scale. If you are happy with a bit of risk, and if you know when you're able to use that major pentatonic, you can bring it in on the C chord. So I'm going to play you with the backing track and the chords in the left hand. I'm going to play you a bit of improvising, just using the minor pentatonic first. Okay, so there you can see using the minor pentatonic. Now, this time I'm going to use the major pentatonic as well over the chord of C, but what I'm going to tend to do is, instead of just going straight to the E, I'm going to come from the E flat. So I'm going to kind of come from the minor pentatonic straight to the major pentatonic. So I'm going to do this. Okay. And you'll see when I do that and where it works. And I'm going to keep a fairly similar, fairly repetitive pattern on the top so you can see how that works. Here we go. Okay. In the next lesson, we're going to be looking at how to put all of that together, the blues scale and the minor pentatonic and the major pentatonic, in the same improvisation.